What's up? Back at it like a crack addict, you know. I think today I'm gonna try and focus on getting that super soaker. Like actually this time. Gonna have to get some brine oil and stuff like that. Brine. Deep brine. There you go. Alright, off on an adventure. When I recorded my last Slime Rancher video, I reminded myself of why I like this game so much. I haven't played it in so long that I forgot that this is actually one of my favorite game series. This is one of those games that it's like, I never really catch myself looking forward to play it, but I can't say I don't enjoy every time that I do play it. But now that I've started a series on it, well, that was dangerous. Now that I've started a series on it, I can give myself motivation to play it regularly. Which is good. I told myself I wouldn't buy this game if I wasn't going to record myself playing it. That was my entire goal. Slime Rancher 1 was my streaming game, and I wanted this to be my YouTube game. So, here we are. I hope the mic isn't too quiet. I'm trying to avoid the mouth sounds from last video, so I'm like adjusting how far it is. But I also don't want to talk too loud, so still getting used to it. The volume's been getting slowly better as I make every new video, so hopefully within the next couple I find a happy medium and it's a nice audio that's nothing too crazy, but it also isn't too quiet. As of right now, I still can't figure out what it is I'm going to play for my double up video. I've got a couple games on my PlayStation 5 I could play, but I don't really have a way to. I don't really have a way to record the PlayStation 5 in a way that's not super like laggy and low quality. So I've still got to decide if that's the way I want to record everything or nah. There's a lot of ports here. Some deep brine. There we go. Perfect. I just left this Korean corn dog place not too long ago. I just got out of class and headed straight there. It was... I've heard lots of good stuff about Korean corn dogs from one of my friends, but I didn't know that they were actually like something I would enjoy. Okay, official review. Didn't put honey mustard or anything, but I have honey mustard and garlic mayonnaise in my mini fridge, so I just put. Goodness gracious. Or like crave or want. Well, definitely. It wasn't something I even planned to do. I just got out of class and was like, yeah, I think I want some corn dogs. But only those kind of corn dogs. Like the Korean corn dogs with the potatoes on the outside. This time I got some hot Cheeto dust on the outside too. It wasn't as crispy, but it still was pretty good. I liked it. I also got some boba while I was there. Man, oh man. I love boba. The first time I had it, I thought it sucked. The second time I had it, I got strawberry boba, and it just tasted like strawberry milk to me. So I just said, why don't I stick to strawberry milk? But nah, once I found out what I like, my order, oh yeah, it's exquisite. Catch myself salivating and fantasizing the regular. Jeez, all these new messages. Well, I'm so famous. Getting more contact in Slime Rancher 2 than I am in real life. That was embarrassing. Here we are. I've finally gotten enough resources. The legendary, ultimate Super Soaker. Nice. Where did I get one from? Kobe. I've got a lot more time today. I definitely know I'm going to catch myself 2 hours into recording and Having a lot of footage is a good and bad thing. I have a lot of things to pick from. You know, I don't have to try and stretch things out, and like I can cut out the fat. I can keep videos concise, my conversations concise. I can make sure things make sense. There's no bouts of silence. But also there's times I get sad because there's a story that I tell and it doesn't actually like make the cut or something like that. I don't know. It shouldn't be that big of a deal, but it does kind of bother me. But it's growing pains. I'm still learning, still getting better, doing the best I can to get better at the very least. It's still hard. I thought that Slime Rancher wouldn't make my computer run too bad, but it does. Or run bad is extreme. Slime Rancher makes my computer run loud. So now whenever I record, I have to do a live recording, I have to do the denoise thing. I already turn off my fan, so my room is always kind of hot. I just realized I didn't turn off my air purifier. I'm already trying to figure out this whole noise situation with right. I have to use denoise on my audio whenever I'm doing a live recording, which is something I wasn't hoping for, but that's another reason why my audio is so low, is because I'm trying to make sure that, like with the gain on the mic being so low, is due to the fact that I don't want any background noise getting picked up. However, if I end up coming to that decision where I'm like, yeah, it's worth it, I might do it. I might just have some background noise, or just have a high level of denoise, which arguably is just as bad as having some background noise, but who cares? Who cares? Not me, that's for sure. Why are you scared? Oh, already? I don't even got nothing to fight you back with. Get out of here. I find myself kind of quiet today. I wonder why that is. I notice sometimes that I have a lot more to say when I start recording than other times. And it doesn't really feel like there's ever a reason. It doesn't feel like, oh, I've talked a lot today, so I have a low social battery or something like that. It just kind of feels like it feels. Just some days I feel like I have a lot to say, and some days I don't. But that's only with the camera. Oh, brother. I feel like in real life, I have plenty of things to say when it comes to talking to people. But I also think that's because there's feedback from them. I have to remember that this is like a one-sided conversation. So it's not like I'm bouncing off the energy you're providing. I'm just speaking. And I think a lot of the time it takes some time to generate something, a conversation for me to bounce back off of. Like, I think once I start talking on a topic, I get a couple things in my head I want to say. But because I'm the only one talking, I get the ability to say all of them. And that one thing that I say generates multiple things I also want to say. And each of those things generates another thing, and so on, to where I can eventually sustain a whole YouTube video off of just me talking and playing the game. But I think it takes a little bit of time for me to get to that stage. Oh, dang, I can't start out that way. I've kind of got to warm up, you know, like a car's engine at least. Speaking of cars, what? Golly. Anyways, I'm thinking of buying a second car. I think that's what I was talking about. I want to buy this old Lexus, this 2002. It's got over 200,000 miles on it. Hopefully getting two cars will make it less difficult to work on one of the cars I have. If one of the cars I have break down, I can park it and then just drive the other one. This Lexus, though, I just want to be my weekend cruiser. I don't want to, drive it for work and stuff like that. So that's really the goal, but it also just helps to have a backup car if I need it. That sounds so privileged. But it's true though. It's not like I'll be buying, or leasing two cars or whatever. They're still gonna be. They're both used cars that are raggedy, but they do help out a lot. They are still cars, and they're a blessing and a curse, because the responsibility they take. Maintaining a car is not as easy as car dealerships or anybody trying to sell you a car would lead you to believe. First engine for my car blew up because I kept driving home from my college town to my hometown. And I didn't know my car was burning oil. I didn't even know the interval that you change oil at. I was kind of just letting the car tell me. But yeah, no. It was burning oil. Then I started the car with no oil in it. And ugh. You can imagine how that went. And then I drove it up to a Jiffy Lube so they could put oil in it. And this dude was like, "Nah, drive it down to the other Jiffy Lube 5 blocks that way. There's a mechanic there." And I said, "Okay." And you know what my car did? It exploded. Okay? But it shut down. It stopped working. Of course it did. Why wouldn't it? It's running with no oil. You know what the dude at the Jiffy Lube should have said? He should have said, "Oh, this is a terrible situation. Let me fill it up with oil and then let you drive down there so you can get it worked on." I ended up just getting it towed back to my dorm. It sat there for a while. The car was really cheap anyway, so I just sold it to a junkyard. It's like $2,000 for a new engine or something. And back then, my parents wouldn't let me work on my car, and because back then it was just my dad who helped pay, but he did help pay for it. So he kind of had a say in what I could do to the car. But nah, not this one. Every time he sees me working on it, I tell him I'm gonna work on it, he's like, "Okay, we'll see." And then he comes out and sees me doing it, and I'm actually like doing it successfully. Then his tune always changes real quick. Gotta prove the haters wrong. Hopefully the same thing will happen in this being a content creator, that is. However, I don't really have haters because nobody really knows. I did tell one of my friends, and she told me that I was never gonna get famous. I think she was trying to try that tough love, brutal honesty thing, but it just made it sound like an absolute hater. Just need a source of water. But also, I might just have one if I just unlock the second area. 1800, jeez. They must think I'm a baller. Actually, let me look and see how much it costs to get a storage upgrade. I thought the max storage was 50 at the beginning, but I guess not. Okay. Extra tank, rot port, soaky sand. So that's an extra slot. I need a tabby port. I'll get some cat slimes. I need to find though. Find them. I know that they spawn in a certain area. I'm gonna make these guys combine with cat slimes. I think it'll be pretty epic. Does anybody who plays this game actually look at the market? Or are they actually like, "Oh, honey plorts are down today. Guess I gotta hold on to them." I mean, not to hate on anybody who does play that way, but that seems kind of wild. I'm sure that's actually fun for certain people, but for me, that seems like, I don't know, that's something I'd want to do in real life with real money. I ain't trying to sweat how much money I'm gonna get from tabby plorts today. I'm just gonna sell them. But I guess it's kind of like that thing in real life where people will try and talk bad or, I guess, poke fun at other people who watch gas prices. Because, you're not going to buy gas. And I laughed at those jokes until I was the person who watched gas prices. Whole broke college student working a job at for $10 an hour. All right, there's better be some water here. $10 an hour, as I was saying. Yeah, it's just you know, some days you pull up to the gas station and you pull out and your gas tank is at the same level it was when you walked in. It gets to a point where you're like, I need to save as much money as I can. And I was there for a while. And now, I guess it's not that I watch gas prices, but sometimes I'm just like, yeah, I won't be able to afford gas. I'm not going to be on the prowl throughout the city like, ooh, gas is $2.50 here. That's a nice one. You know? Oh, wait. These guys are cats. I'm stupid. Pretend I planned all that out, okay? You guys can call me Cube because I'm so smart. I also caught myself in, I don't think it was the last video, maybe the one before that. There was a lot of peppermint sounds. I kept eating peppermints just absent-mindedly, and you could hear it clicking around my mouth. And I'm sorry about that. I kept trying to cut it out, but I think there was definitely some spots I missed when I rewatched it after it was uploaded. But I hope it's nothing too bothersome. Oh, yeah. Yes. And how much does one shot take? One? Perfect. Alright, so, my car's busted down. I gotta take it to a real mechanic to fix it because it takes some real tools. And I'm already out of money, so I don't really have the energy to finish editing this hour of footage. But you got a good 17 minutes. I'll put the rest of it in a part 2 later. I've still got to edit the other upload, and since it's already Thursday, I just feel like there's no use in wasting time. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you watching. I hope your week's been better than mine. Remember that you're loved and that things will get better.